talk about the best neutral palette of 2020. Hi friends, hi, thank you for watching. My name is Mia and this is my virtual vanity, a place where we both love makeup and we're quite critical of it. Today I'm going to show you 3 looks and a review of the Nabla Side by Side palette. One of their newest palettes and another addition to Nabla's infinite collection of neutrals. Look guys, I love you. Can you just do something colorful for once? That doesn't have half of the shades neutral. I'm going to start by giving a disclaimer. I am a bit biased towards Nabla. They've been one of the brands that properly got me into grown-up makeup brands and into indie brands in general. They're Italian, I'm half Italian. There's like a blood connection over there. So yeah, I'm just a bit biased towards them, but I will try to be as fair as possible in my assessment of this palette with its good and bad sides, because there are some knickknacks that I wasn't quite as pleased with. I'm going to show you swatches, then I'm going to show you the 3 looks, and at the end my thoughts on the palette overall and particular shades. There may be some awkward angles here and there. I've not filmed looks in a while. I'm as blind as a bat. Don't see what the fuck is happening in the viewfinder most of the time, so I tried my best. But you will have pictures that I took for Instagram to showcase you the whole look. Anyway, too much talking, too little blending. Let's get started. I'm going to start shade by shade and give my opinion of what is going over here. My favorite shades are by far Bonjour, Ray of Light, Body and Soul, and Love Ritual. My least favorite shades are Cedarwood and Tempera, and I will explain why as we go row by row. Overall, the mattes are standard Nabla Fair. They blend themselves. They're absolutely beautiful. They're a slightly creamy powdery formula, so they're very workable. I like applying them with very fluffy brushes, as you may have seen in the video. So Bonjour, Halftime, Beauty Mark, Burnt Sienna, Cubism, they all performed absolutely beautiful. I would say even Untitled is pretty good. I've not used it much. I'm not that much of a fan of black eyeshadow. I mostly use it to upper my lash line with, so for that purpose worked perfectly fine. Clan as well, really beautiful blending until you get to the nooks and crannies of the eyes. So in this inner corner part, and you probably have seen it in the video, it started to crease a little, and that's because I feel that I have more texture there than I do in the crease. So that might be something to look out for, or it might just be my eyes trolling me. You never know. Burnt Sienna is a standard warm brown. No complaints, but no praises either. Rarity is... Nabla just loves putting these absolutely useless light shades in every single one of their palettes, and I wouldn't necessarily mind it if it weren't one in every single damn one. This is good for setting your primer if you're into that sort of thing, but I found that if I want to use it to blend the edges of an eyeshadow blend or of an eyeshadow color, it tends to make it look ashy. Like, I wouldn't say it muddies it up, but it takes away from the color, and I don't quite like that, so I would not suggest using this to blend out other shades. Tempera, I'm not sure what's going on with these shades, because Nabla has a fetish for mid-tone warm browns, and they usually do them really well. This time I feel that every time I use Tempera, it muddied up the look. I do not understand why that happens, because it's a brown. Like, it's just a brown. So I do feel that the palette shines with these cool tones, with Halftime, Beauty Mark, Cubism. Bonjour is a beautiful for a subtle look. Clan, beautiful. Tempera and Burnt Sienna, they're from okay to what the fuck is going on. Shimmers are absolutely gorgeous. So Ray of Light is slightly translucent. Not a lot, but enough that it changes properties depending on which shadow you put it on top of. You can use it as a one shadow look, absolutely beautiful. Magic Moment has a translucent base entirely, so it depends on how the light shifts. Beautiful in real life, a pain in the ass to photograph, because depending on what angle you place your eye at, you are going to lose one color or the other. But I feel that if you're a person that uses makeup more in real life, this is going to be such a beautiful pop of surprise on the lid. Because while you're just sitting on the side and people just see some sort of sparkle, and then you turn and bam, fairy dust. Body and Soul, again, one of my favorites. Paradiso is completely opaque. Beautiful, warm-toned gold shade. Better Society has fallout if you use it with a brush. I feel it's a bit chunky. It's beautiful applied with a finger. And again, most of these I love applying with a finger. This is my personal preference with eyeshadow. I like soft washes of color. I like applying my shimmers all of the time with my fingers. Cedarwood, standard, mediocre, brown. It's fine. Love Ritual is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and despite being a cooler toned color, it's got a beautiful undertone that works so well with every single shade in this palette. On its own, it's very beautiful, very dimensional. I'm usually not a fan of gray tones on my skin, but this one just works. So the palette overall, I feel this deserves a 9 out of 10. For me, this is the winner of the Neutral Palette Showdown, the Neutral Palette Hunger Games of 2020. I've taken my time to try it, to try multiple looks. I've worn it out, I've worn it inside to test, I've worn it for Instagram. Lasting power overall, pretty standard for me, 7 or 6 hours until it started fading. I don't usually have any issues with lasting power because I have dry skin, dry lids. I also feel that this palette gives you quite a lot of variety. So you've got some pink, rosy looks that you can do, true neutrals, daytime looks, very smoky, woody looks, smoky eyes, all shimmer looks, all matte looks. Overall, I feel that this is a beautiful, complete palette with some duds. Something that I need to mention that was very strange is that on my NYX HD primer base, the matte oxidized. It didn't happen on another primer base, it didn't happen on the bare eye, it didn't happen on a base of concealer. I don't know exactly what kind of chemistry thingamabob happens over there, but it's clear that some ingredient is acting up with the mattes. But for the fact that it doesn't do this with other primers, I'm willing to overlook it. But be aware, it might happen to you too. Don't say I did not warn you. Anyway, this has been it. This has been my review of the Nabla Side by Side and 3 looks. I'm really happy I got this palette. I feel that it's a beautiful nude capsule palette if you're a nude girl. No, that came out wrong. If you're a person that likes neutrals a lot, you will probably really enjoy this. And if you're a colorful lover and you need a staple neutrals palette for, I don't know, where you're in the mood for neutrals, this, again, beautiful staple palette. Do recommend it. But if you're buying it for these 2 shades, you can do better. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear your opinions about this palette down below if you have it and if you've got experience with it. Again, leave your opinion in the comments down below for everyone to see, because we're all a happy family here and we're chatting about makeup, and shared experiences are the best experiences. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to have a wonderful morning, evening, second breakfast, third lunch, whatever it is you're from. Bye!